Android X file. As we mentioned before, the X file is the main file existing inside the APK. It holds the code that should execute by the application during runtime. Android apps are usually written in Java and eventually compiled into Dalvik bytecode. The compilation steps are: first, the Java source code compiled into a JVM code. Second, JVM bytecode compiled into a class file. The third step is that the JVM bytecode compiled into a Dalvik DEX format used by DEX tools. And the last step happening while you execute the file. Android Art, the executor pieces of software, compiles the DEX file into the real Android machine code. We have talked about it previously in the Art and Dalvik section. Android X file structure. Android X file contains multiple compiled Java classes file. The X file has a special way to compress and hold all these compiled Java classes files. Let's first shortly overview the structure of a basic compiled Java class file. The class file structure organized in the pictures that we see above. We won't talk about all the file sections, but only a few of them just to get a basic understanding of the file structure. Let's begin with the header section. The header section contains a basic info about the file, its size, and indirectors to various elements of the file. Constant pool holds the list of constant in the class. Just like constant string fields, classes that are referenced, numeric constants, and other miscellaneous data crucial for a proper execution. Class field holds the current class name field. Field section contains the fields that are defined by the class file. The method section contains the methods that are defined by the class. Let's move to the DEX file. As we said previously, header section contains the basic information about the file, its size, and indicators to various elements of the file. String IDs, type IDs, proto IDs, and all the rest of the IDs means a list of identifiers. So for example, string IDs hold the list of identifier of all the string used by the file. Type IDs hold the list of identifier of all the types included in the file, as for example classes, boards, primitives, and more. Proto IDs hold the list of identifiers of prototype structures for the file references. Field IDs hold the list of field identifiers referred to in the file. And method IDs hold the list of identifiers of all the methods included in the file. As for the last one, class defs, a list of definitions of all the classes. Definition contains a lot of data, for example as class IDs, access flag which said if it's a public or final, superclass type ID, source file name, and other important data. Data section contains all the support data for the table listed above. The tables are, for example, the class IDs, method IDs, field IDs, and so on. We explained earlier that constant pool in Java classes hold the list of the class constant. Just like constant string fields, classes that are referenced, numeric constants, interface name, and other miscellaneous data crucial for a proper execution. In the case of DEX file, DEX rearranges the data class files, decomposes the constant pool in all the Java classes file, and eliminates redundant information and recombined to a form of a constant pool. All classes fields share the same constant pool, making the same string and constant to appear only once in the text file, thereby reducing the size of the file.